Is this lighting working? Does it work? Okay. Hello. So, it's the end of the week, which means I'm now trying something new, basically where we talk about things that interested me this week that don't have to do with our usual subject, which is me. So, welcome to because we're off topic from what we normally talk about here. Me. So let's just get into it. First up, this past week was the big D23 Expo in California, which is basically Disney and Marvel and Lucasfilms' whole melange and basically their take on San Diego Comic-Con, which is next week. Click. For me, though, there were two big hits at D23 this year. The first was the teaser trailer and teaser art for Wrinkle in Time, which is being directed by Selma director Ava DuVernay, including a cast that includes newcomer Storm Reid as Meg, Chris Pine and Gugu Mbatha-Raw as her parents, Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon and Mindy Kaling as the Three Witches, Zach Galifianakis as the Happy Medium, and so much more. And the footage I've seen looks out of control good. And lest we forget, we have a woman of color directing a $100 million costing production. This is good. But as awesome as the Wrinkle in Time trailer was, The Incredibles Volume 2 blew it and everything else out of the water by celebrating my favorite character, the one, the only, Edna Mode, and getting a whole army of fashionistas, including Zach Posen, Heidi Klum, Nina Garcia, Kate Young, Rachel Zoe, Kendall Jenner, and Andre Leon Talley of Vogue, all commenting on the brilliance of Edna, and a few new clips hidden amongst it. It's hilarious, I peed, it was fabulous. Speaking of Vogue, with no segue ever, let's talk about the fuckery that is the Zayn Malik and Gigi Hadid article. It's fine, they're young and they're in love, but they're talking about gender fluidity. And by this, Vogue is saying that it's the new thing by mostly they wear each other's clothes. Like, he'll wear her clothes, she'll wear his clothes. Of course, they're tiny, they're skinny, they're going to be able to do this. Now, before I go any further, I have to say something. I am a cisgendered man. I am not trans or non-gender binary, so I really can't be speaking about these topics, even though I have tons of friends that are, but I am going to say this. And this is a point that was brought up in an article on the Huffington Post. The problem with this particular article in Vogue is that it makes gender fluidity sound like the latest fashion trend, and not a deep-seated approach to how to reconcile a person's own gender issues. Even my friends that are transgender and non-gender binary were saying that this, at best, makes it sound like a fad. At worst, could promote body dysmorphia in trans and non-binary people. And in short, it takes away some of the seriousness of this issue. Maybe I'm overreacting, I don't know. Sound off below. Now in local news here in my fair Twin Cities. First off, congratulations to one of my favorite clothing designers in town, Samantha Ray, who has just been selected for the latest cycle for Project Runway. Now, I'm lucky that I've known all the local designers who've been on Project Runway, from acquaintance level to good friends. All a talented bunch of creators. Even amongst this group, I'm really excited to see Samantha, who has a very, very particular approach to fashion design and what she will bring to the challenges. I am so eager to see this. Speaking of things that I'm eager to see, our local radio station, The Current, posted a series of tweets by our local homegirl made good, Miss Lizzo, about her dreams to play Super Bowl 52. Not only her dreams, but exactly how it would go about. There would be costume changes. There would be tons of local musicians, including Higher Specs, Greg Grease, Zulu Zulu, Sophia Eris, Caroline Smith, Mint Condition, Doomtree, Harmar Superstar, and more. There, of course, would be several moments of tributes to Prince. And the kicker, the ending would include drones flying over the crowd, dropping Juicy Lucy's. I am so here for this. We have to find a way to make this happen. It's so perfect and sort of ridiculous, but so ridiculously perfect that I can't even. Just click on the link below and read the full Lizzo tweet timeline, because she breaks it down in very specific details, including costume changes, a cape. It's got awesome backup dancers. It's amazing. It needs to happen. Last but not least, the big news of this weekend was that at the end of the Wimbledon men's finals, the BBC decided to reveal the new 13th person who will play the role of the Doctor in Doctor Who. And you're probably wondering why I'm using person, because it is none other than actress Jodie Whittaker, best known for her role on Broadchurch. The original one, not the American remake. Which is a good thing, because this means that she has a very solid working relationship with incoming showrunner Chris Chibnall, who is taking over the show this December after Stephen Moffat's last episode this Christmas. First and foremost, let me say this. Congratulations, Ms. Whittaker. You're a fantastic actress. I loved your work in Broadchurch, and I'm excited to see what you're going to do. And if you haven't seen the teaser trailer, it's down below. It's so beautiful. I was literally clapping when I saw it. And you know what? Eventually I'm going to do a video about all the pros and cons of the Stephen Moffat tenure in Doctor Who, but I will give him this one thing. Starting with the beginning of Peter Capaldi's reign as the 12th Doctor up till this last episode, he has seeded bits and pieces where the idea that the Time Lords as a race are basically gender fluid. There it is again. From Missy, of course, being a female regeneration of the Master, to the General of the Time Lords being shot on screen and then regenerating on screen from man to woman. And even more bits and pieces, including the season finale this year, where there was so much talk about gender as construct that it made my head spin. Of course, there was something that I learned when reading all this good news. British fanboys can be just as bad as American fanboys and just as misogynistic. It was actually kind of appalling to watch, except though I do have to give a special shout out to Twitter user @TechnicallyRon, who actually took some of the really putrid comments from, like, say, the Daily Mail, and turned them into titles of upcoming Doctor Who episodes, like Time Travel is for Men and Men Only. The BBC are trying to brainwash your children. A personal favorite. Political correctness should not exist in space. And, of course, the forthcoming Christmas special, Nobody Wants a TARDIS Full of Bras. Now, is that bra as in dude bra, or brassiers? Anyway, here's the thing that pisses me off. Pretty much through the entire history of television, science fiction on TV has always been either a parable about the problems of life or showing a better way that life could be. Why can't we, and I say we as a society, we as the Doctor Who fans, embrace this? Especially since we've got a kick-ass actress coming to the role, which could be the shot